Hello, this is Tomasz Roczynski for Touch Plus, and welcome back to the UVing of Hearn. As you can see on the speed-up video, Modo has got superb tools for tackle any UVing task on any character. So no matter how complex character you will be dealing with, Modo will help you in making great UVs. As you can see on this video, in speed-up mode, I'm just relaxing the UV islands to have very nice distribution of polygons, and thanks to that, textures will be not distorted. And now let's do this in normal speed. So let's slow down for a second. So I will select this part of UV island and activate Move tool, turn on, turn off. And as you can see, I can do it one more time, and I can move it over and turn off, turn off. Now, as you can see on another speed up video, I can really relax all the small parts like ears and other UV islands. And now, after doing so, we can have as much green polygon as we can. So let's do the hand in normal speed. So select hand and press UV relax, and now select the upper part of the hand and also click UV relax. And now Modo did quite well with the upper part of hand, but the inner side of hand is quite mess. That's because the facing polygons, they don't have one facing direction. Normal vectors are pointing downwards and upwards in this kind of hand. So we need to do it manually because Modo is not able to deal with this quickly. So now rotate view to have seen this hand from the bottom side. And now we will need, and I think that's it. And now we will use project from view option. So activate project from view. Oops. And again, select this project from view and click on the screen that you want to take information from. So, and don't forget to press spacebar to drop the tool. And now we've got nice hands, lower part of the hand, UV island. Scale this down, just about the same size that upper side of the hand. And now we need to improve this manually. We need to move this hidden polygons that they are overlapping, and now go to vertex, activate transform tool, press T to activate element move, and now element move is great for dealing with this kind of task because it selects for us points, polygons, vertices and edges. It depends what kind of item you are over. So if you are over vertex, it selects vertex. If you are over edge, it selects edge. As you can see on the speed up video, I'm just moving points around to get as much UV space as I can. So the texture on the fingers and in the middle fingers part will have enough resolution to be quite nice and visible. So as you can see, I'm just rotating points. And now, as you can see, I'm using also soft selection. Soft selection in Modo is the way of moving points based on a gradient of the distance from each other. So as you can see, element move is in action, and it is my favorite tool for dealing with UV creation. So as you can see, we can move this point around until we are happy. So click lock boundary on UV relax properties, and then let the tool do the work. So now Modo has tried to make as much polygons green as I can, but maintaining the overall shape of this UV island. So I need to rotate this one more time. So as you can see, as I click on the screen, rotation gizmo is snaps to position that I clicked on. So it is nice to select finger and move it from the base of this finger. So as you can see, I'm also using element move again, and I think we are almost ready with this part of hand. Now let's deal with the upper part. So select these polygons and activate element move and just move points around. You see, regardless of my selection, I can select edges, vertices and polygons that are under my mouse. So as you can see, I'm just stretching polygons and giving them as much space as I need. And now I will rotate hand and make them even size, roughly. And now select those two UV islands and move them up. Okay, they are ready, so we need to have this ready parts in one UV block and go up for now. And press UV relax. Let's see how does relaxing this part will do. Give some time Modo to calculate this, and as you can see, we need to improve just small details. So we need to move points, activate element move, and again we can move it this part around base of antlers and these points around base of ear. So now we can deal with the back of his head. Okay, so now hide this. And this is our custom shortcut. Remember, this is Control dot on numpad, and this will select all connected polygons but in UV space. And I think we will deal with the ear. And we got this poly island well hidden. It's so small, and we need to click UV relax. Wait for Modo to calculate this, and we got nice little hole in the ear. We got ear, and what is this part? I don't remember really. So let's select random polygons, press dot on numpad to select all connected polygons in UV space, and we can move this part as almost ready to this upper block of UV space. And now we've ready UV islands on this one block. It's just for now. We will make them, and we can move legs into one UV block and part of arms, so the hands and arm, in one UV block. This way will be much more convenient to paint them in Mari. And we can move body parts, so torso and the back on the one UV block, and hoofs should belong to leg block, and top part of hoof should also be located with the leg. That's the way I am working. So I want to have logical parts on, like legs on one UV block, hands on one UV block, and face on one UV block, also body of one UV block. This way it will be much easier to paint those parts in Marie. So you don't have to, and they will maintain the same resolution in rendering, so there won't be any resolution artifacts. So now clear the first part of the UV space, and now we will just select all those parts together and we can just fit them. So Modo can do it. We can move ears up here and select all UV islands and press Pack UVs. And we can turn off stretch, gaps set to 5%, and press OK. And now Modo will try to fit them into 0 to 1 UV space to not waste any space at all. But we can improve this automatic fitting. So we can move this part here and rotate to have little more space in pixels for this part. Okay, we know the ear is much smaller, so it can fit like so over there. So we can, I think we need to move it just right there. Okay, and we can scale this to fit even better. The ear is longer than the wider, so we can just make like that. Okay, rotate this ear, stretch it a little bit on like so, and I believe we can just do this part for the ear. We can take it more closely, and we can move this hoof, okay, and make it bigger, so we will not waste time. See in speed mode how I am dealing with placing of this UV islands. Okay, and now it's a try and error process, so you have to make few characters to know what you want to paint and how your UV islands should look like. Of course, they cannot overlap. They have to be inside one UV block for painting in Marie. They cannot overlap this UV block, and as you can see, I'm just selecting all of it and moving up 2 times in V direction. As you can see, they now are in this UDIM space. So let's deal with the rest. And now we need to select hands and part of hands and press Fit UVs. Okay, and now Pack UVs again, and Modo will try to pack it. So this time it is quite wrong, because we need to this arm be much bigger than hands. So let's make this arm part bigger, and you should maintain size the same as in 3D viewport. So we need to move this part for now from here and select hands, move it over there, select this arm and scale it a little bit down, and now select all, scale them a little bit up, scale this a little bit up, and I believe we can move it up, hands also, and can now take care of this antlers parts. So we need to select them, and these are all those spikes on antlers. As you can see, we can deal with this spike. So now move it up and press UV relax, and we can now take one half, activate move tool, turn on, turn off, and just shred it. Activate UV relax again, and then Modo will calculate this kind of shape. And now we can do for this lower part the same. Okay, and UV relax. Wait for Modo to calculate this. Alright, it should be done. And as you can see, we got nice spread texture over this part of the antlers. So we can press hide to hide it. And now let's do this spike. So let's see how it was done in speed up mode. As you can see, I'm using the same method, so I'm tearing off part of the spike, then I'm relaxing it, and then I'm just hiding it from view, and this is the biggest part. So press UV relax, and it didn't went any good, so you need to take half, and now press unwrap tool again. So as you can see, in UV mapping anything goes. You can do UV relax, UV unwrap tool again, project from view. It's all about getting nice clean UVs, and we can do UV relax in this part, but we got problem. This part is tricky because it got hole in it, so we need to deal one part at a time. So this is the start. We can change UV relax adaptive iterations, but I don't think it is quite ready yet. So select this messed up part, and now we need to deal with this differently. So select this all polygons, select paint, okay, and one more here, and also over there, okay, and you can tear off this. So now we can tear off also, we need to split those edges and tear off these polygons, it will be quicker. Okay, tear off, as you can see, and now press UV relax, get back to 4000 iterations, and now it is nice and clean, and we need to stitch this lonely parts together. So now when we got nice base, you can sew this edges. So select edge that you want to sew. As you can see, I'm just moving them closer together. It will be easier for Modo to sew this kind of parts. And now let's select this small polygon and rotate this and activate element move tool and move vertices and edges. Okay, so place these polygons just to be easier for Modo to stitch them. Rotate this, and now choose select and select edge and sew as selected. Okay, and now we got two parts stitched together, and we can improve just a bit more placing of vertices of this edge. Okay, now select those two and move them to a new position and turn off them. Okay, and now we need to stitch this small part. And now let's deal with this little island. So select polygons, turn off them, go to edges, select 4 edges, I guess 3 will be enough, and go to move and sew and click selected. And again select 3 edges, 1, 2, 3, go to move and sew selected. As you can see, we get a nice UV with a hole that is in real 3D space. So now select this one, select this one, and as you can see, now we are getting the UV shape that we wanted. So now let's move this. We can sew these vertices and we can just weld them as averaged. So now we got perfect UV. Only to get more good looking UV, we can move these points around. For this I use element move tool. So we got this part of antlers ready. And now we need to deal with this end part. So select polygons and click UV relax. Wait for Modo to calculate. Now Modo relaxed this. And again, do the same for the upper part. And it is relaxed. And as you can see, we got nicely relaxed base of the antlers. So I'm taking fast forward to show you how it is done. As you can see, I'm scaling this and I will be moving towards the end. So now this is face, and see how I managed to change one part of antler, one of spikes, as usual. So split to 2 islands and go for UV relax. So again, split in 2 islands and go for UV relax. And now this polygon, this UV island needs more work. So we deal with this 2 in a quicker way. Okay, and it is done. And we can move this thing around. So we can check if we have nice distribution of texture for the model, and I think it is quite good, and we can improve this shape. So move it here. Okay, activate UV relax, and Model did well with this shape. And now we need to make this very complex part. So again, we need to relax it. Okay, and we got some kind of mess at the base of this spike, and that is because there is a hole in this, and we need to deal with this area and this area alone. So now let's split this part to smaller UV islands. So get back to UV relax, Ctrl Z to undo UV relaxing, and now we need to select this part. Again, we need to select this small part, change accent center to lasso, select those polygons, activate move tool, and don't forget to turn off tear off. Okay, now move these polygons to just snap them. Okay, spacebar to drop the tool, and now we can split it to smaller islands. So select this island and go to UV relax, and now Modo done, something very nice. So move this island away, not to clutter our view, and we can just move them just a little lower. And now select those polygons, activate move tool, and we can turn off them again. And now select edges and sew them. Okay, so we need to select this row, and we can go for the move and sew selected. Okay, now as you can see, polygon snapped to this edge. Okay, now we can deal with the smallest part. Now we can go for UV relax again, and as you can see, this takes some time but gives you very nice result. So let's deal with this base. So select this and turn them off and go for UV relax. Okay, as you can see, now these polygon islands are shaping in much more logical way. And wait for UV relax to finish. Okay, and as you can see, we got something that is more like a square, something like that. This UV island is very much nicer than before. At least it's not having overlapping polygons. So now we need to do some stitching. So select those 3 edges, maybe 4. Okay, we got 4 edges here, and these are 4 edges there. They occupy the same space in 3D viewports, so we need to just tick sew selected, and we need to sew these edges here and those 4 edges here. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and go to selected. Okay, and now as you can see, we got much nicer result than before, and we can do one more thing. We can activate UV relax once more when it is straightened, and let's see if Modo can deal with relaxing now. Okay, but I have done some small relaxing, and as you can see, there are no stretching of polygons of texture on those polygons. So let's examine what we should do next, and this is the backside of the head. So now we need to we can just improve this little island here, and as you can see, it is quite nice, but we can move some vertices, and again you press T to activate move tool, and now we can just make this island without those harsh edges to get nicer polygon flow. Okay, as you can see, I'm trying to shape this as much as a rectangle, just not to have this very strange edges. And one thing I forgot to do, I need to, when I'm using move tool with these polygons, I need to disable tear off, because I will messing my geometry. So now remember to always turn off that option, and now you can move edges and points to give proper shape to that island. Okay, we need to add some pixels there, and just move it points around. And now I believe we are almost ready with this part. Okay, so now just few edges more. Okay, and I believe we're done. So let's move forward to the hands. And now we've got this part. This will be mirrored across. Okay, and we can hide it because it is ready. And now we can deal with torso part. Okay, and we can just pause this. Okay, so now and we can go from UVs. And we'll add those visible elements. Remember to turn off stretch and gaps set to 10. And press OK. And now Modo will pack this visible UV patches. That's why we hid this one that were already packed, and we did not want to change them. So now select mouth, inside of the mouth, and we need to locate this in UV space. And I believe I know what it is. So there you go. So this is our inside of the mouth. We can just hide it for now. It will belong to another cluster of UV islands, and this we can hide it as well. And this face, we should hide it as well. Okay, press H to hide. And now we got all that should belong to this one UV segment. Pack again, and now in speed up mode you can see how I am moving this UV islands around and just taking as much space of bitmap as I can with them. And now I unhide everything, and I just move this part related to face to one position, and I just placing them to have as much resolution of bitmap as I want to, as I need to this character be well shaded. Okay, so we deal with the hands now. Okay, so some spikes from antlers, and we just need to select this here, this here. Okay, those antlers, because with the small parts Modo doesn't do quite well with packing the smaller parts, so we need to do it completely manually. But it depends on your preferences. You can rely on packing UV of Modo, or you can do it by yourself. Now I will speed up video, and you can watch how I was packing UVs in those UDIM patches. And that is all for this part of the tutorial. Join me next time when we finish UV mapping Hell. Thank you.